What's up, deckheads? Welcome back to MTG with me. It's the Gainswalker. Today we're going to be doing some more standard ranked matches. Believe we're in Platinum Tier 2, so might be able to get into Diamond today. That's the hope, at least. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Those that have been watching, I do appreciate you. And go ahead and comment as well if you could. That would be great. Jump in right into it. Been seeing a lot of mono red. I've been seeing a lot of the enchantment deck with Calyx. We anticipated that once we saw the Aftermath set come out. That was a very obvious card that was going to be powerful. Seeing it in a lot of different types. I'm still running the Boros, just trying to win by turn 5 kind of thing. But with the deck, the two cards that I'm thinking of taking out, All Will Be One and Elish Norn. I could take those out and I could put in 2 of something else, or kind of beef up something that's not already a 4 of in the deck. Still kind of on the fence about that. Ryu's great, but that's another card that I could take out to try to just control the board state that I have. I've got 5 removals, 4 Depop and 1 Urza Silex, like 4 board wipe removals, I should say. And those are good, but I mean, maybe we put some more board wipes in because there's a lot of nonsense out there. This is not a keep. We're gonna mull that. Unfortunately, this is also a mull. Yikes. Okay, so we are just gonna be hurting. I am gonna pitch the high and the low drops so we have somewhat of a mid game if we draw a mountain, but this first game is not looking good. They're playing mono black, so I'm definitely going to want to use Benalia first to try to bait any kind of removal. And we got another one, so that's kind of cool. So as we're drawing stuff, we'll want to hold stuff into our hands. Player lands, obviously, but by putting out Benalia with Benalia, we can protect them both just by their ability like this. Oh, it says Exile, so that one's gone. If it said Destroy or Deal Damage to, you can get around that. But the Sheldred's Edict and all that stuff, you're just kind of boned. Let's do Benalia. And we'll throw out Hopeful, why not? That way I can at least start doing the Scry 2 with the Enlist with Guardian of New Benalia. But this is one of our worst matchups. Mono Black is going to be really tough to play against. Even with the sack, make it indestructible. So, we'll see. Exile, nothing I can do about it. Alright, well there goes our only chance at defending a board state. We'll get in there for one. Start. I think they've missed their land drop, so that's a plus, but... Ooh, they did again. Benalia and swinging for 5. Training's gonna buff us up just 1, but hey, that helps. There's a 3-drop enchantment that Mono Black likes to use where it does 1 damage to them, draw a card, and they'll use that with Sheldred so that they basically gain 2 life. Because I believe you gain 3 life every time you draw a card, so if you lose 1 but you gain 3, you're going up 2 life, sorry. You're going up 2 life each turn, so that helps. They just played Celestis, so they are doing a little bit of a ramp thing. If I draw a land, I'll want to use Adversary and just pump, but we didn't get it, so that kind of stinks. If I do Benalia Enlist, I'll need to do it with Adversary. I'm not gonna gain any life, but I'll get 1 more damage by swinging with Hopeful, because I believe it'll still stack. Oh, it doesn't. Never mind. Alright, so, ooh, that's good. Ryu's coming up. I thought that I could prioritize that declare attacks with Enlist, but it looks like you can't do that. Maybe you can, you just can't do it on MTGA. I know there are sometimes some issues with how the game is played. Like, it doesn't really give you a chance to do stuff on your upkeep. It kind of just immediately goes into main phase 1. I've noticed that with the game, so that's a little frustrating because there are some times where that could really change the game. Alright, so they are up to 8. We will have enough for lethal if they don't remove the board state, so if they go for an enchantment here, we could do something. pitching Farewell. They've got 3 lands open. 4, 5 mana producing. Probably play a Sheldred, the newer one. Depop, going straight for the Depop. Alright, so then I will sack Guardian, and actually, you know what I should have done? What I should have done is swung with Adversary and Hopeful and Benalia just normally. I wouldn't have gotten the 4th mana on the next turn, but I could have used the 3 open mana to get rid of Celestis. That could have been that could have been cool. Let's get rid of, I want to say Depop, but if they play Phyrexian Obliterator, we'll be in trouble. So let's get rid of Adversary. We know we're getting Sundown Pass. So I'm going to set up my next turn. I'm going to hit them for 2, get a treasure token. This is after I play Facebreaker. They'll need to play 2 spells to flip it from night to day to gain 1 life. So we're in an okay spot right here. Sweet. And I'm hoping that they'll play some sort of an enchantment, something to try to get more draw, not removal. Obviously, it's Orzhov, not mono black, so they're definitely got removal, board control. 6 mana, they could do a Farewell, they could do another board wipe Depop, they could do Sheldred, they could do a lot of stuff. Their avatar is Sheldred, so I'm assuming they have both of those in there. How many cards in their deck? 46. It's not bad. This is exile target creature, nothing I can do. 4 cards in hand. 3 open mana going right for removal. Okay. Nothing I can do there. I do investigate. I could sack the token to do that now, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so they pitch Sorin. I will play Ryu and see if I can do anything. It is a 3/3, so it gets around cut down if they've been holding that. That's a very powerful 1-drop black card that allows you to destroy a target creature whose power and toughness totals 5 or less. Reach the multiverse. Oh, that's going to be spicy. What are they going to take? Probably Sarah Paragon, so they can play more things like Liliana, and they'll probably pull Liliana or Kaya to do exile or sack a creature. So we pretty much lose now. Alright, so here comes destroy or exile. Might be exile. Each opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life. That was a weird call. Let's see if we can get Angel Fire. Oof. No Angel Fire. That's gonna hurt us a lot. I don't know if we swing on that. They don't have a lot of cards, so they might use Kaya to draw. First strike's not going to do us any good right here. So no attacks, end turn. We're going to hold on to Illuminator because we've got 5 mana. So if we draw an Angel Fire, that'll really help us because then I can play it and send them across. And that'll do a lot of damage. The downside is now they're going to pull Liliana from their graveyard because that makes the most sense. Make me sack Ryu, hit me with Sarah Paragon, and lose 3 life, gain 3 life. So that's big value. That's what I would do if I was them.
Happy to help, but I'm taking
-2, sack creature. That makes the most sense. Yep. Kaya, they might do the draw, but I mean, they've got a long way to go. Turn target non-battle permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sorin, okay, so they're just doing mad Planeswalker stuff. The only card that's going to help me with this is Urza's Silex, and I think...
Let me get a read on the situation.
Let me see the battlefield real quick. Exile target creature or enchantment. Okay, so if we find Urza's Silex, that gets around what they're doing. And, I mean, that would be helpful. Blaststone could be useful, but what? They've got 3, 3. This is a 4, and that is a 7. Yeah, so Blaststone's not going to fix the problem. Let's move that down. And they're going right for Tolvada. This is going to be an enchantment, get +1/+0 lifelink, and then I think you create them at the beginning of your end step. Beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 black and white spirit token with flying. Okay. Alright, so Liliana can't make me sack a creature. Soren is doing his own thing. Kaya is at 8. I can sack Depop after playing Angel Fire on Illuminator to do 8 damage to Kaya. They've got 3 cards in hand. If I don't do the damage to Kaya, he's going to get exiled next turn. And that's almost as bad. What we want to see is Lauren's escape on the draw here. Didn't get it. That's rough. I guess Elspeth is better than Depop at this point. So I'll do Depop. That is a -3. 8, 5. Okay, so I'll attack Kaya. That's probably going to block with that 2/3 lifelink token. We got first strike, so they're not going to gain any life. And it's going to put Kaya in a situation where they have to get rid of Kaya.
Next time you'll be hitting air.
To exile him. So maybe they won't. Maybe they won't. Very tough situation. They've got a lot of mana open. They're going to have a board state to block with. This is not looking good for us. They're probably going to swing over with Sarah Paragon just to hit that battle. Most people do that. But I don't think that's a smart move. Wow. Okay. So they didn't want to get rid of Kaya. That was a smart move on our part. Elspeth's gone. That was most likely going to happen. They got rid of Sheldred's Edict, which means they have removal in their hand. There's no way you get rid of that if you didn't have removal to deal with the 4/4 double strike. There it is. So we're on the draw for either a 1 or a 2 drop to do any kind of damage. Our 1 drops aren't strong enough. So we're hoping to draw Illuminator Virtuoso and do that again. Same kind of thing. Hey, we drew it. Here's the bad news, though. The difference in situation is this. Liliana is now at 2, so she will just -2 to sack, and we lose our board state that way, which is rough. We could have swung at them last time, but I mean, they're still gaining life with Kaya. This is a tough situation. We are also gonna hope that we draw and discard a non-land card. That's the only way we can get to 8 damage output here. But this is a really great combination. Draw and discard. Elspeth, she go. Still subject to instant speed removal, but they would have already done that by now. Unless it's exile. Unless they have Sheldred's Edict, which I believe is an instant. Oh, that sucks. That's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything that I can top deck. Like I said, Urza's Silex, that could come in handy here. But they're running away really quickly.
That's just a start.
Alright, so 7. We are on a 3-turn clock. I want to say a little bit less. Well, yeah, no, 3 turns. cards in the library. They got 27. We got an Angel Fire. Good game. Nothing I can do. Still gonna play it out though. Let's see what else they have. $10 damage. They can do 3. They need to do 1 more damage.
You're not safe from me.
Okay. If only Blast Zone didn't enter with a counter on it, that could help with tokens, but you really want that to help against mono red. Blast Zone just destroys mono red, so I like it with the 1 counter, but it's times like this with if you had a way to remove that, that would be useful. I don't think there is that with Boros though. Tough game. We had a good start. They weren't really getting all lands, but just couldn't hit the mark there. It's tough sometimes. We also didn't get the lands we needed. We needed the mountain a bit earlier to play anything, and I think we started with 5 cards in hand, so did not really give ourselves a chance to have a good game. Alright, paired up pretty quickly there. Let's see what we got. It's not good. This is terrible, but we'll play it. I don't want to mull, so. Always looking for at least 3 lands, 1 plains producing, 1 mountain producing, and if we had a Blast Zone for the 3rd one, that's always good too. They'll probably get rid of Benalia, because 3 drops require a creature to do something, and the 4 drops are a bit later in the game. This is, I'm guessing, Selesnya enchantment deck, just from what we're looking at here. So we're probably going to see Calyx, we're probably going to see the lifelink that makes enchantments 1 less. It's a 2-drop. Most of... Oh wow, they took the Depop, so they probably really value their board state. Most of the cards that they're using are 2-drops. So Blast Zone is actually favored against the enchantment deck as well. Ooh, Siege Veteran. Okay. Put a +1 on Siege. Okay. I'm gonna start building this up. I know I could do it on their turn, but I don't care. Like, this is what I got. Go ahead, swing away. They're gonna swing at the battle, try to get more +1/+1 counters on each turn. They've already got 1 a turn from Siege Veteran. They'll get another 1 for each turn that they swing if they hit Gobakon. It's gonna be a 4/4 going into combat. Wandering Emperor. Okay, so it's gonna be a 5/5 first strike going into combat. Probably against Gobakon. If I had it, I would go against Gobakon just to try to get that.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Good thing my hand is basically useless, so I'm just gonna block and sack. Sweet, that works for me. Come on, mountain. Ah, of course. Well, no point in swinging at the Wandering Emperor because I don't have enough to get rid of it anyway. No attacks, and turn, we're just gonna sit. That's so weak. Another Siege Veteran. Okay. I would spread him out. If I was my opponent, it's better that you spread things out, because that way if somebody has a specific removal, they don't like ruin everything that you've been doing. You know, you could make the Siege Veteran pretty strong here. It's already going to be a 7/7 if you wanted to. But like I said, you could spread that out. Alright. Maybe they do make it a 7/7.
Hard.
They're going to spread it out. Cool. What I just read that card, Iron Apprentice. When that dies, you move the counters around. So there's some value there. We really just need to draw a... Let's see. 1 drop, 3, 3, and a 4. We really just want to draw a land to use Depop. But Depop is 6 drop, so that's probably why they did that. Stupid Gobakon. Alright. Let's get rid of cards we're not going to use. So Elspeth, she go. Oof. Man, our deck does not like us today. No attacks, end turn, and I misplay. I did not put another counter on Blast Zone. That would have been useful. We don't have 4 lands yet, but that makes a difference. +1/+1 counter. That's a lot of damage here. They're probably going to spread it out. 2 at Gobakon, 1 at me. That's what I would do. Ooh, all at me. Fantastic. Alright, so that is 19 damage. That's a pretty good amount of damage. So we're definitely going to block the highest one here. Spread this out. I guess we'll get rid of a face breaker because we're going to be hurting for life total. And if we do get a mountain, we can do Angel Fire multiple times on Benalia, and that should help. As much as it could, at least. Sweet. I will play Paragon just to block. No attacks. We're going to want to draw a mountain, and we are going to want to block with both. I'm trying to think. Actually, you know what? With Siege Veteran and the Ozolith, it's actually putting 2 counters on each one. So you would put 2, 2, and I guess 2 from the Wandering Emperor, and that actually is lethal. So that's a good game. Nothing I can do. And then Clay Champion to top it off. They're going to spread out a lot of +1/+1 counters. This is a good strategy. I like that play. Watch this. Alright, so now those are supposed to get just 1 +1/+1 counter each, so those should go up to 8. Then when you start combat, you're going to spread 2 more, and then you can add another 2. Alright, so... Oh, they put out a token. Okay, not as cool as it could have been. So put 2 on the 7/7 and 2 on one of the 8/8s, and that's game. There you go. 10, 9, cool. That's it. Good game. That's what I can do. I can chop the 10, chop the 9, take 8, that's it. It's about as good as I could do. Nice. Oof. So not the enchantment deck that's pretty popular. Haven't seen a deck like that in a while. They're okay, but they require such an immense amount of board state. Mono black destroys that. They got lucky against me because I just wasn't able to get any lifelink. If I was, my +1/+1 token or +1/+1 counter creation is pretty strong. So you know, putting that on Guardian of New Benalia is very powerful. I mean, they could even use that card in their deck, and that would probably help out a lot. Let's run it back. See if we can get 1 in here. I'm gonna keep just because we've got the mana that we need, and A lot of 2-drops could be playable here. Bushwhack, great card. Looks like they're doing a Golgari thing. We got our 3rd land, so we'll go ahead and play the 1-drop. Otherwise, we would have had to play our dually in the battlefield tapped just so we could hit our 2-drops. And let's go, because they are showing black, we'll do Benalia. Unless we had like a Lauren's Escape, then I would, you know, even if I had a Lauren's Escape, I'd probably do that just because I want to make sure when I play Virtuoso that I can protect it. So usually, I mean, it's a 2-drop, but I usually wait to turn 3 to play that. Okay, there goes one of the removals on a 1-2. I will take it, because that card doesn't do much unless they have enchantments, so. Okay, 3rd land, and why not? We'll play Virtuoso. They're probably gonna remove it, but I'm okay with that. It's part of the game. Yep. Still getting in there for 2. They've got 5 cards in hand. Hopefully they play land, and they'll be down to 4. Yep. Oh, nice. This one's interesting. This is a 6/6 enters with 4 counters. When those counters are gone, they lose the game. So they might have a way to proliferate, and that's a way to kind of grow that. But if I can find a way to stall it and get not let it get through, that's when you can use that in your favor. Let's do, I don't know, last time I guess. No attacks, and turn. So the 4/2, if they don't remove that life gain, we can outlast them. Right, in a combat, swing with a 6/6. They're trying to get damage over the top. As long as they don't remove adversaries, it should be okay. 2nd main, destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less. Alright, so here you go. I don't really need 5 mana, so I'm going to pitch a land. I only have 1. I mean, Elspeth and all will be 1. Those are the 2 5-drops that I'm running, so it's not terrible. Put up Paragon, swing for 2. Oh, we'll get our land back. Swing for 2. Alright, so all I really have to do is chop here. I think that's the important move. Now they have to find a way to buff the 6/6 to actually do something. Ooh, they found a way to get lifelink. That's going to be a problem. It is Menace. Let's put out Benalia. I could double sack and block. So basically what I'm looking at is if they swing over the top with Archfiend, I'm going to get hit for 6, go down to 4. If one of my creatures dies, I lose 2 life. So I'll need to protect at least one of these guardians. And I mean, while I could play Plains and Depop, that doesn't put me in a spot to win the game. So we're just going to sit tight. See what happens. They're down to 1, so they have to do lethal this turn, or find a way to sacrifice Archfiend, or blink it, anything that resets those counters on it. Ooh, this is spicy. They're gonna put the +1/+1 counter for fight rigging on Archfiend. That's gonna make it a 7/7. Put me down to 3, and then they're gonna be able to play that card for free. What is it? Oh, Gisela. Gross. Destroy target enchantment. Move counters. Remove up to 3 counters from one target permanent. Okay. I don't know why they would do that, but they could. Oh, they chose not to swing. with the Flesh Gorger. So that should be game right there. Unless they have a way to remove. Good game. I'm guessing that's good game. I'm gonna go ahead and just get some lifelink here and then pass the turn, but unless they have some weird trick here. All right. All right, cool. Do they have removal? Look at the top X cards, where X is the number of basic land types. Put one up to 2 of them in your hand, the rest into your graveyard, lose 2 life. Alright, cool. Good game. So they're gonna remove the token, and then that should be it for them. That should get rid of the 7/7, and that's it. Hey, we got one. That card is very unique. Not a lot of people play it. If you have, like, if you have a way to blink it, exile it, return it back to the battlefield, it enters with those counters again, and it becomes a bigger problem that way. I have seen it with fight rigging before, which is, I mean, as soon as you play fight rigging, it's going to be a 7/7, so you get a free card off the hideaway, which is awesome. But yeah, like I said, not a lot of people like to play that one, so that's interesting. Ooh, we got a card. Urg, Spawn of Turg. This is Golgarian, another swamp. Equal to the number of land cards in your graveyard. That's hard to do. That's its power is equal to that. Beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. Okay, so you're going to look at the top card. If you don't like it, you can put it in your graveyard. So that's kind of how it helps itself. It is an uncommon, so that is a very specific CMC. That's going to be tough to do. And you can sack a land to gain 2 life. Just another way to boost its power. But that's a lot of work for something that could just be destroy target creature. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's that great. Let's play another one. Let's see how we do. This is pretty decent. We're gonna play this. Are we playing mono white? Probably lay down arms. Nope. Invasion of Gobakon. They're gonna get rid of Facebreaker. There's 2 deep pops, so there's not value in grabbing one of those. Maybe they get rid of Angel Fire? Could, but I would go for the creatures. Makes more sense. You want to slow down my ability to build a board? Yeah. And swing it away. Add a line. Great card. Love that card. In fact, I may put that back in this deck because it's so good. I don't have anything else to play really, so I'm just going to do this, try to get in there. Should be blocked, but gain a little bit of life. Slowly build it up. Wow. That's a pretty solid misplay there. They were tapped out. It's a 3/4. You're a 1/4. I'm tapped out. Why not block that? Ooh. Creating quite a board state here. Still don't have that 4th land. Need 4 lands here to depop. They're gonna stack Light Shield Array, but I've got 2 in hand. But they also know that I have 2 in hand. We'll use Lauren's Escape on Hopeful to block Adeline. That way we block the most damage coming through, and we'll get to Scry. Yikes. Phyrexian Vindicator. This is like the Phyrexian Obliterator's opposite here. If damage would be dealt to this, prevent that damage. When it's prevented, deal that much damage to any other target. Problem is, if you put Obliterator against Vindicator, Vindicator loses. Because you'll have to sack 5 permanents, which is terrible. Swing out. You want to do damage? You have to swing. Okay. I mean, I would have just kept swinging with those tokens, but alright. Block the 7/5. We're going to do Lauren's Escape. They've got 1 card in hand, so this is pretty much what they're doing with their board. We just got to find a way through it. And that way through it is, we need a plains. We're going to depop. It's going to miss. They're going to hit us for a bunch, and we're going to depop again. Hey, there's our plains. They don't have lifelink. I could swing, but they'll just block with Vindicator, so we'll depop, see if they do anything about it. They're probably going to sack that, because that makes sense. They let it happen? Why? What? That's why you have Light Shield Array. You have to sack that. That's so dumb. They're probably just going to throw it. That's so dumb. Oh, I feel bad for you. Recruitment officer, okay, probably dig for that now. Use the 4. It's a 4 CMC. You don't need to tap for that. You can do that right away. Let's do Hopeful. +1/+1 counters. That way we can swing through. Also, I'm going to use those counters next turn to get rid of Light Shield Array so that they don't have kind of like a combat trick. That's what I'll call it. Even though I can see it, so it's not a combat trick. Okay. Should do 5 damage here. It's giving them an option to use Recruitment Officer's ability here. They're going to look for a CMC 3 or less from the top 4. Ooh, Brutal Cathar. Not a bad pull. They're probably going to use that on Sarah Paragon because that looks like a bigger threat. That's my hope. Ooh, it's nighttime, so it's only got First Strike, Ward, Pay 3, and Nightbound. So they'll have to play another spell here to do something. You can sack Light Shield Array. Actually, no, sorry, you can't. So yeah, I'm gonna. Let's see. Let's do this. Play Hopeful. Swing with both. You always want to wait to the last possible second. So, I mean, maybe they'll sack it. It's possible. Look for the top 4. I'm going to wait till after declare blocks. I'm going to look down here and see if they just pass. Coppercoat Vanguard, cool. Are they going to let the damage go through? It's only 6 damage. Are you going to sack it for me? They're going to let that go through. So I'm going to take the damage. and I'm gonna force them to use it on their turn, or on my turn, or just let it get destroyed. Their choice. But they gotta use it now. They're not gonna have it on their turn. Cool. That's what I wanted. So that's gone. And alright, Thalia. That makes Depop a little bit harder. They don't have any reach, so that's it. Good game. I'm just gonna fly over the top with Sarah Paragon. Ooh, they got out of line. Oh, never mind. They played 2 spells. Sarah Paragon is out. That'll draw this game out a little bit longer. Okay. I'll play Sarah Paragon. No attacks. This is tight. Let's see if they can solve this. I've got 23 life. They've got 3. They're buffing up their team. There's no way they're going to be able to be lethal. I will chop 6 damage. Yeah. Got another one. That's a good one. So that went pretty well for us. Mono white, there's definitely a lot better mono white cards out there. The Vindicator looks like it's a great card at face value because of what it says it can do. The Phyrexian Obliterator is definitely the one you want to go with if you're going to pick a deck that has something with 4 specific mana costs in it. That one is actually worth it. That is an immediate problem that somebody needs to solve, and it's very hard to do that unless you're also doing mono black. So that's definitely the better of the bunch of those. They made a whole bunch of them that were 4 specific mana costs, and that was definitely the one that does the most. We got a pack, so let's check that out. And nothing great here. Oh, we got Gandalf the White. 5-drop Flash, 4/5. You may cast legendary spells and artifact spells as though they had Flash. That's very cool. The legendary permanent or an artifact entering or leaving the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger. It does it again. So, kind of like the Elish Norn. Not the latest one, but the one before that. Double those ETBs for you. That's cool. I see people playing that, but I don't see... I mean, it's not a standard legal card, so not a lot of people are going to be... You're not going to see that unless you're drafting, or I guess doing Brawl is the commander version of MTGA, I think. So, cool card though. Definitely worth playing if you can. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the video there. That was pretty fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do appreciate you. And as always, watch these games, get those gains, and walk those planes. Until next time, Deckheads, keep it easy.